In the ancient land of Mythos, nestled between towering mountains and a vast ocean, a goddess named Nemesis lived. She was the embodiment of vengeance, feared and revered by mortals and gods alike. Nemesis witnessed every injustice and cruelty in the world, her piercing eyes taking note of those who had committed wrongs. Nemesis was a lonely goddess, walking the world in solitude, her heart burdened by the suffering she witnessed. She longed to bring balance, to restore justice in a world filled with chaos. With a quick glance, Nemesis could discern the guilt of any being, feeling the weight of their deeds deep within her being. One day, as she roamed the mortal realm, she came across a small town, plagued by a wicked ruler. The townspeople lived in constant fear, helpless against their oppressor. Nemesis beheld their anguish and anger, her heart burning with the desire for vengeance against the tyrant. She could not ignore the pleas of the innocent. Embracing her proper form, Nemesis walked into the town square with an air of absolute authority. The people gasped at her presence, sensing the divine power radiating from her. Nemesis spoke, her voice carrying a mix of determination and compassion. "O mortals, I am Nemesis, goddess of vengeance. I have come to right the wrongs that have befallen you." The townspeople were both awed and terrified, unsure of what to make of this ethereal being that promised retribution. But in their desperation, they placed their fragile hope in her. With every step, Nemesis closed in on the tyrant's palace, her divine aura empowering the oppressed. As she reached the palace gates, the skies darkened, thunder booming overhead, announcing the arrival of judgment. Inside, the tyrant sat in his opulent chamber, surrounded by his loyal lackeys. He reveled in his power, completely unaware of the storm brewing outside his walls. He had thought himself untouchable, invincible, but Nemesis had different plans. She strode into the chamber, her eyes blazing with righteous fury. The tyrant trembled before her, his arrogance vanishing in an instant. He fell to his knees, begging for mercy, but Nemesis was deaf to his pleas. "Your reign of terror ends today," she proclaimed, her voice resonating with divine authority. With a flick of her wrist, the tyrant's guards turned against him, their loyalty shifting in favor of justice. They overpowered him, binding his hands and ensuring his capture. Nemesis observed with an air of satisfaction as the tyrant was brought down from his high seat, his power crumbling beneath the weight of his crimes. As Nemesis exited the palace, the people of the town rejoiced, their faces lit with newfound hope. She had not only brought down their oppressor, but had also restored balance within their lives. The town was forever grateful to the goddess who had come to their aid. Nemesis continued her journey, drawn to the cries for vengeance that echoed throughout the world. Where there was injustice and cruelty, she appeared like a beacon of retribution, restoring balance to the lives of those who had suffered. She alone carried the weight of vengeance upon her shoulders, exacting justice on behalf of those who had been wronged, and with every act of retribution, she would bring forth a glimmer of hope, reminding mortals that no matter how dark the world became, Nemesis would always be there, fighting for justice and balance.